I'm getting an M name, like an M-A. How do you connect with an M name for your father-in-law? This is what I mean by don't give too much information, because when you are telling too much, it is going to, it's, I'm trying to validate and I want to give you information that can help prove to you that he is with you and that he's communicating with me. But when you go to mediums and you're sharing that kind of information, it's keeping you from having that validation. So you got to be careful, because this may not be the only time you talk to a medium. Just want to tell you. Okay. With that being said, he's doing something funny. He is like showing me like, I don't know if it's a toy gun or like a gun, or if it's actually a gun, but he's going pew pew. So I don't know if there was a joke about him pointing and there's like a pew pew joke, but he's showing me something like that, unless y'all have his gun and he's making a joke about it. But there's something there he's making reference to. He's also talking about the number 2. So I want to say that the second of a month or 2 is significant. She's like, I do connect with an M. Of course you do, because you told me his name is Mason, girl. So the pew pew thing, he's showing me that. And then the other thing that he's showing me the number 2. So I think either the second of a month is significant or the month of February is connected, because there's a reference there. He's showing me his leg. His birthday was August 2nd. Thank you. He's showing me his leg. I don't know if one of his legs was really like swollen and messed up compared to the other one, or there was something weird going on with one of his legs. Almost looks like like whenever there's an infection, or whenever someone's, you know, when you hear someone and they got like diabetes, or they're starting to deal with issues where it starts to cause issues in their legs and circulation. That's the vibe he's giving me. So there's something there that my birthday is also February. Got it. So he's also showing me that thing about the leg. So that's another thing to be aware of. Santos. Do you know if there's a Santos or Santos, Santiago? I feel like I'm reminded of like a Hispanic Santos. That doesn't mean it's Hispanic, but I'm getting that as a reference. Do you know if there's a Santos or San? There's a San. Yes, he had diabetes and issues. Okay. Do you know about the leg issue or the swelling and also the infection? I believe he did. I know for sure an infection. Okay. Here's the thing. The leg issue, even if because I feel like there was 2 places that there was infections. I do think there was an infection or some sort of a weird clot that occurred there, but I also think there was an infection that caused, well, actually, I feel like there was sepsis, and he started to suffer from sepsis, because I'm also seeing like liver failure and kidney failure, and I'm seeing all that starting to kick in. So I'm seeing those kinds of situations as well. Do you know what the pew pew or the gun joke is? In a way, it's like when I think of this gun, it's almost reminding me of like a kid, like when you play with a little kid and you're doing pew pew and like you're going to shoot them or whatever. He's doing that. So I don't know if there's a joke that he's making reference to about that. I keep wanting to say pew pew, like, you know, whenever like you're like playing with the kid, or like you're pew pew, like but I'm also not to sound, when I thought of that, I also thought about when people fart and they make a joke about it, pew pew,
or like pull my finger
like that, right? But like with the gun, pew pew. I don't know about the gun, but I'll have to ask my husband, or maybe because I have a gun and I'm terrified to shoot it. I don't think it's about your gun, or that he's like making fun of you having issues with shooting your gun. I think he's referring to a joke, or like a reference to his joke. Yes, he did pull my finger and fart. Okay. Now there's a pew pew joke that goes along with that. So there might be another joke with the son about the pew pew. Like if both of them were farting and there was like the fart and the shooting, but it was a fart and not a gunshot. Like there's a joke he's making reference to. Okay. She's like, I'm not like, also he's proud of his son, but it's one thing when you are trying to not give up, when you're trying to like hang in there. And I think he's referring to his son and your husband and his job. It's one thing when you're trying to hang in there and like, you're trying to prove a point. You're trying to like go past the point of like, you should just stop, or it's okay if you want to just try something else. I almost feel like he's giving his son permission to not have to follow through with the amount of pressure that he feels with his work right now. So I feel like he's trying to give him permission to like, it's okay if you want to back away from that, or if you don't want to keep putting yourself through that, because sometimes promises get broken. And if someone's not following through, or if the company is not following through what they initially had said, I feel like it's okay. You don't have to keep sticking with something if it's not ideally working. That doesn't mean he should just go and quit and then not have a job. What I'm saying is it's okay if he wants to look for something else. He doesn't have to keep trying to force himself to make something work that may not be ideally working, and he's not getting the payback that he was maybe promised or that he expected. So hopefully that helps y'all. Hopefully that makes sense to you. He just took a new position at work because he's been doing 2 positions and he's exhausted. Yeah. I don't know if there's a delay with the payments, or with like, you know how sometimes they do back back pay, or they like wait a while before they actually give you your raise, I feel like they may not follow through with what they said. And I mean, 2 positions at the same time, and now he got a new position. That still may not be ideal, and that still may not work. And he may still be exhausted. And it's like he's trying to be a trooper about it. He might have to consider other alternatives. And I actually think there's a buddy or a friend that's been trying to get him to come and join them with their company. And he might really need to reassess that. And that might come back up again in December when he's really tired with the current situation in his current job. Yeah, she just validated the last piece. Yeah, he's got a new position and still doing the old position. His old boss wants him to come back. Yeah, it's okay if he wants to go back. It's okay if he wants to go back. So I think his dad is giving him permission. Again, he's telling him he's proud of him. Like it's, he's proven himself. So he doesn't need to keep proving himself.